The question, does Rocksmith 2014 really teach you how to play the guitar? With a few caveats, yes. The issues are around how you use it. If you approach it like any other game, no, it does not teach you anything. You have to treat it more like a piece of educational software than a real game for it to be of any use to you. Here's how I play it and how I suggest others play it. Rocksmith recommends riff repeater. I love alliteration. Anytime you click on a song and one of the 3 drop-down items says riff repeat this X, do it. In the riff repeater menu, turn on the accelerator. If you click riff repeat this X, the game will automatically start you on a certain lower speed than normal, but this setting will increase the tempo to full speed with each successful repetition after the first 2. Riff repeater really, works, not as much alliteration there. Makes me sad, the game won't always suggest you riff repeat a part no matter how badly you do on it. It's up to you to figure out your weaknesses. The game will only help you to a certain point. Find a song with a part that's been kicking your butt and riff repeat the living crap out of it. Listen for the notes, do not rely on the screen so much. By this, I mean think about the tones the on-screen instructions represent. As you riff repeat parts, listen for them, don't think about where your hands and fingers are being told to go. Just listen for them to get there and they'll have a much higher chance of doing so. You'd be surprised at just how much better you can get with sight-writing this way. Lock your playing in with the drums. This is especially important for learning bass guitar through this game. You have to learn to stay in time with the rest of the musicians, and the best way to do this is to listen to the drums as you play. Once you get the hang of it, parts with tricky patterns become much easier for you to rhythm your way through. Listen for the notes, feel the rhythm. Do not force your body to move as directed. No musician who ever became capable of getting good performances ever learned that way. If you're like me and can't afford the fancy schmancy setup the game advises for audio sync issues, I suggest turning your guitar down in-game. Obviously, I don't mean turning your guitar's volume knob to 0, then the game wouldn't hear you at all, but by going to the mixer and sliding all the way down to 0, the slider representing the sound the game plays back to you as you play your instrument. If your HDTV is having issues synchronizing the notes you play with the soundtrack, this might be your only hope, for now. The guitar signal is still being received and processed as it should be by the console, so your actual playing is not the issue. The issue is when the signal is then sent through the HDTV. For some reason, there is a delay between this signal and the rest of the game's audio, which generally plays in time with the video output. It has no effect on your score or your timing requirements as long as you don't mind the lag. For me, it was so distracting I had to turn my in-game guitar down.